Revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, but cash is reality. And after working with over 100 fast-growing companies in my career, I've seen firsthand what happens when a company doesn't track their cash flows properly. So in this video, I'm gonna fix that. We'll cover 5 must-have templates for any business. And if you wanna grab these templates, I'm giving them away entirely free of charge in the comments below. Now let's dive in. All right, now before we go over these 5 templates, let's talk about how we're gonna structure our data so that we could understand the details behind all of our historical cash flows, as well as our projected cash flows. And it starts with, to me, what is the #1 tool for any finance and accounting function, and that is a financial model. Let's take a look inside and see what that looks like. So here's my financial model, and I have every account across my P&L as well as my balance sheet. And you'll notice that I have all the historical values and then all the projected values. Now, we won't go into details on how to set these projections. As a little bit of a preview, I like to just create this dropdown so that I could toggle to each and every single assumption that I want so that everything will update automatically. But with this drivers tab, with the income statement and balance sheet, it'll push all these values now to this full income statement tab and this full balance sheet tab. Now, notice in this drivers tab, we don't have any inputs for the third financial statement, the statement of cash flows. And that's because you can create a statement of cash flows in one of 2 ways, either using the direct method or the indirect method. And most companies opt for using the indirect method because it's really easy to produce. All you need is an income statement and a balance sheet. And that's what brings us to our first template, the statement of cash flows under the indirect method. So we can see our operating activities, and then we'll start with our net income, adding back our depreciation and amortization. Then we have the change in all of our current assets, all of our current liabilities, and then all of our investing activities, followed by all of our financing activities. So what's great about this tab is it allows us to project any value in our income statement and balance sheet and showcase how that'll show up in the statement of cash flows. So watch how simple this is. In January 2026, I'm gonna assume a cash injection of $1 million. So I'll just equal a prior value plus 1 million. So now if I go to my statement of cash flows, I should see a $1 million cash injection into the business. And that's what we have over here. So a 3-statement model is when your income statement, balance sheet, and statement of cash flows all talk to each other. And your statement of cash flows can be easily generated by just taking the differences in your balance sheet and adding that income. Now, if you want a full deep dive on how to do that, I have a separate video on how to create a 3-statement model that I know that you'll love. But while this template is helpful, it's also a lot of information. Most people don't really know how to read this, let alone the fact that they may not want all this detail, and it's also pretty boring and ugly. Well, that's what brings us to our second cash flows template, a summarized statement of cash flow. And here I have the information in a much easier to consume manner. And the way that I got this information is actually pretty simple. So if I just go to the monthly section, you can see that I'm using a sum ifs on the cash flows tab if column C matches the flag that I have over here. So these are my summary groupings. And then in the cash flows tab, I have this extra column that showcases all of these summary groupings. So I'm summing in the values here for each row where the summary grouping matches. And what I like about this is it becomes really easy now to showcase the information on a quarterly basis or an annual basis, or even a custom basis using year-to-date or trailing 12 months. And if I want to maybe present this to a stakeholder, let's say for year-to-date and quarterly values for 2026, I could just come here, hide these columns, and now I have an easy snapshot that I could share with any stakeholder. And I could unfilter to do that for any other period. So just by having a 3-statement model, you can create an indirect method detailed statement of cash flows or a summarized statement of cash flows. But we could do better with this presentation and make it even prettier, which brings me to our third template, this cash flows dashboard. Now, notice that we have a bunch of different things here. We have these 2 charts. We have the details around the major sections of the statement of cash flows, and then all the information over a monthly format. Now, I could also take this information over here and change it to, let's say, 2026, and all of the information will automatically update. So this, again, is just pulling the information directly from my drivers. Now, setting up all these formulas, especially for a new client with a custom chart of accounts, that's pretty tedious and manual. That's why I created Model Wiz. It's an Excel add-in that lives directly in your home ribbon, and you can create a full financial model with just a few clicks of a button connected directly to your QuickBooks Online account. You could also add on any of these beautiful dashboards where with just one click, everything will get connected. And if you want to try it out, you can entirely for free at modelwiz.com. And while this third dashboard is a lot prettier than our last dashboard, the biggest thing that I'm after is insights. And there's one insight where if you're not on top of it, you could literally destroy your entire business. Now, I've seen this story happen many times. A company is not tracking their cash flows and they don't realize that all of a sudden they can't make payroll. Now, what actually kills a company? It's not a lack of sales. It's not high expenses. It's running out of cash. So you want to understand at all times, when are you projected to run out of cash? Which is what brings me to this dashboard over here. This cash out dashboard. So in this case, you can see that we're projected to run out of cash in May 2026. If I go to my statement of cash flows, let's see what May 2026 looks like. And you can see that my cash does actually go below zero. Now remember, we're doing a $1 million injection into the business. What happens if, let's say, I change that $1 million injection to $1.5 million. Well, now if I go to that cash out dashboard, you can see that that bought me until July. And this is why to me, it's so important that you have these templates connected to a 3-statement model. So as you make changes, as you roll forward each and every single month, these dashboards will automatically update without any additional heavy lifting. And while these templates all operate on the indirect method, like we spoke about, that's just one method for showcasing your statement of cash flows. The direct method is a lot more intuitive to read, and while it may be more challenging to actually produce, a lot of companies opt for that, especially when analyzing cash flows on a shorter horizon. So everything in this financial model is currently on a monthly basis, but it's really common to track cash flows on a weekly basis. And there's a special term called 13-week cash flows, and that's what this template shows you. So you'll see that I have all 13 weeks spread out over here. And then you'll notice that the information is presented a little bit differently. Here, I'm actually identifying how much I'm projecting to collect in cash from customers, how much I'm expected to pay for payroll and all of these other items, how much am I expected to draw down for debt, how much am I expected to repay that debt. You can't really get this level of granularity using the indirect method. But with a few reconciliations to your bank statement, you can not only project out information in this format, you could also actualize the information in this format. Now, there are two scenarios in which it's common to do a 13-week cash flow. The first is if the company is in a serious cash crunch. They're going to want to measure every single expenditure and every single inflow to make sure that they don't run out of cash. The second is if the company gets so big that they eventually have their own treasury function. And that treasury function will be focused on optimizing everything about the cash, making sure they're taking advantage of the right interest rates to grow their cash, making sure that they're leveraging the right debt instruments and repaying it whenever necessary. To me, being a strong CFO means that you understand when to use each and every single one of these templates and how to explain what's actually happening in the business. But these are just 5 cash flow templates. There are 5 other dashboards that to me, every CFO needs to have in their toolkit, which is why I suggest you learn about them in this video right here. I'm Josh, your CFO guy, and I'll see you there.